live. We are live, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, fine folks.
Okay. Okay. So last time, what happened?
I can pull up my notes. Maybe they're in the notes tab. Let's pull up
Dion
the
broke
notes
his
tab.
neck.
Dion broke his neck jumping off a cliff. Nep, you broke your neck.
I broke my neck.
He broke his neck. So we did a bunch of research, failed epically at research until Stella's mom came and was like, "Here, exposition on information." I'm pulling up my notes. I apologize. I should have had these ready. Leave the page. Open the page. Leave the page. I love Google. It's great. So, angel lady whose name I've forgotten again.
Aurelia.
Aurelia told us that we need to find the actually, look, her name is right here. Niv Mizzet and Aurelia told us that we need to find the immortal sun. What we found out was that the immortal sun was crafted by an artificer named Qualish. It was supposed to be a cure for the curse of the vampires. During creation, he hid his research away along with the immortal sun itself. He had been working with some druids at some point, but no one has seen or heard of them in a long time. Day one of we teleported via awesome fancy Niv Mizzet magic to a place I didn't write down the name of. I'm sorry.
Lorman.
Hold on. Oh.
I'll just give it to you.
It's which one is it?
Lorman. It's on the northwest of the southern Evandale.
There it is. Yeah, Lorman. So we went to Lorman, and we went to the giant Uber library, and we did some reading. Some of us better than others. Mostly me reading up on stuff that has nothing to do with what we were looking for. We did find out that he's the famous inventor. He created the apparatus of Qualish. How do you pronounce it anyway?
That's how I pronounce it.
Qualish.
He is really old. This happened like 4,000 years ago. It is mentioned that the east side of Eidenville, that there could have been a laboratory that was used possibly as main laboratory. They discovered something that spurred the research. It was never confirmed or documented. We don't know for sure. All rumors. He was making lots of journeys to Volserun, which is a continent southwest of the Holy Empire. There's a little bit of snippets, but not a lot of info for that day. Day two, that evening, I tried to go flying with Dion, and Dion couldn't get his wings out. He promised this never happens to him. And then he jumped off a cliff. And at the very last second, his wings popped out, and he was just able enough to slow his descent so as to not die. Broke his neck. No, he didn't break his neck. He ended up getting a few seconds of flight in before his wings faded, and Zill was extremely upset that her friend just jumped off of a cliff and almost died. And that was that night. The next day we were researching some more, and about midway through the day, I believe it was, a visitor showed up, and it turned out to be Stella Rosa, the late Stella Rosa, his mother. We decided her name is Diana. She is a druid, and she was a druid of the order that had helped Qualish with the research that he was doing on the immortal sun. I'm sorry, I've got a lot of notes to go through here.
That's fine.
Her people were asked to help protect the location and the immortal sun itself, and they were given a ring that is both a map and a key to the to the immortal sun. This is the ring that Stell had been wearing. He did not know what it was, or that he was the chosen one to guard the ring. He was not aware of it. It is the symbol of the Guardian and the key that unlocks the hiding place of the immortal sun. The ring will unlock it and allow entry, but you have to get there first. His mother was a guardian for 500 years. She's 700 years old now as a scholar. When the immortal sun was created 4,000 to 6,000 years ago, Quilish had been hired by the vampire queen Elonda to find a way to break their curse. Diana's ancestors helped, first finding it as a noble cause. At some point during the creation, they discovered it was intended to break only part of the curse, so that they would remain immortal but still be able to enter the sunlight, and then the ability to continue drinking blood and gain their strength. Basically, daywalkers. Quilish entrusted the druids with the ring after he had the immortal sun. Some of them went with him, but were never heard of again. When Quilish returned, he gave them the ring and asked them to protect it. When the day arrived that the immortal sun was needed to follow the map to his laboratory and unlock the location of the immortal sun, she gave me a small sealed roll of paper. She said, "Do not break the seal unless you are wearing the ring." I put the ring on at the time, but did not open the paper. The scroll contains directions to the laboratory. It is in the mountains on the east side of the Empire, for the rumors, which is a very big thing. It is time for the immortal sun to shine upon the world again. And then there's a picture of the ring. Boss man over here is going to have to show you the picture of the ring. There it is. Scroll up a little. There it is. There's the ring. And that was mostly that. And I went and I told our party about this, and I think that's about where we left off.
Cool. Sounds good. Yep, that
Yeah,
sounds
look
about
at me. I
everything.
took real notes this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very thorough. Milo, was there anything that you did that you wanted to add?
Milo died.
Milo died.
Milo is very jealous of all of us having wings. Wings?
Queens.
Wings.
It's cool. We don't need letters and words.
Nah, yeah, y'all know what I meant. Nah, yeah. Wings.
Yarp.
Milo, you're back.
Yeah, I had to check on the food. And,
Did you have anything you wanted to add to my notes?
I don't think so. Besides, wanting to fly, but that was a bad idea.
I like that I just said
I
that
can't
you're jealous
answer
of our
that.
wings too.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're good. DM, take it away.
Okay. So you were just explaining to your group about everything. Is there anything else you wanted to? What are your guys' plans for the rest of the day? You just got handed this boatload of information.
Zill, of course, would be writing it down in her notebook, and then she would also be. She would, of course, wait until Dion told her to open the scroll, but she is antsy as heck, and she wants to open that scroll.
I see no reason why we should wait.
All right, I opened the scroll while wearing the ring.
Okay.
Emphasis.
Okay. So as you unroll the scroll, you see there's like
We do this in private, just to clarify.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the paper opens up, and there's glyphs all over it. And as you open it and unroll it, the glyphs begin to fade, and you realize that they are a magical. Basically, it was probably some kind of like protective spell that would like detonate upon opening it. But as the glyphs fade, you can see a map begin to appear on the page. That shows a map of Idenville and Haven. But what you do notice is that the northern half of Idenville is still labeled as part of the land. So when this map was created, the Adamantine Reef Sea had not been created yet. Had not sunk into the ocean. So you can tell that this is a very old map.
Okay.
You said it has Idenvale and the north part instead of the sea, but you said it also has what?
It has the Holy Empire is mapped, but the Adamantine Reef Sea, which is north of where you guys are now, is still drawn on the map as part of the continent.
So that whole chunk that is like an inlay used to actually be part of the land as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Some thousand years ago, a volcanic eruption had sundered the land and caused it to slide into the sea. And it is now known as the Adamantine Reef Sea, because the basically the volcano that caused that deposits adamantine on the seafloor through volcanic events.
Sounds
Right.
So
fancy.
which is one of the reasons why iron
It's a highly
mold.
contested resource.
Yes, which is why iron mold is also located so close, because it was near the adamantine mines before it sunk into the sea. Because they're the worshippers of the smith gods.
Okay. And so, just looking at this map that I just realized looks very much like a liver.
Yeah, it kind of does. I do see
I
that.
wasn't going to say it.
Idenville is the entire continent. The Holy Haven Empire is just the section that is visible on this.
Yes,
Or
the one that I just shared in the notes.
Yeah.
That is southern Idenville.
And it is the Holy Haven Empire. So.
Yes.
Okay.
And all of the Holy Haven Empire, yes.
And the wall that we're talking about is right by the Darklands. It's that wall. Is the wall.
The barrier, yeah.
The barrier wall. And then the mountains that it references are over by, like, that wall? By the barrier?
The map that you're seeing, the location you need to go to?
Yes.
Actually, the location on the map is beyond the barrier into the Darklands.
It's in the Darklands.
It's just north of the southernmost tower of the barrier, across the Silken Path.
Just north of the southernmost tower. What about Silken Path?
The Silken Path. The Silken Path is a natural barrier that separates the forest from the Darklands. But it is a gap in the mountain range that would allow passage if you have the correct means of passing.
So we're talking that we are going.
So there's two ways to get there. Or I guess three ways technically. You can go to the city of Necropolis and continue into the Darklands through the main valley that would be, and then travel all the way through the Darklands.
I just posted a picture in the notes. Is that the approximate location we're going?
Yes. Perfect.
Excellent. Just gonna leave that there.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. You can travel through that open valley leading at the north of the Darklands. You can cross the mountains and the barrier themselves, or you can go through the Silken Path. Those are the three ways that you know. Yes.
Follow the red dot. Follow the red dot.
Those
so
are the.
Go through the northern pass.
Travel to Necropolis and travel into the Darklands beyond the city of Necropolis. Cross over at any point along the mountain range dividing the Haven Empire from the Darklands. or travel to the southern area and cross the Silken Path.
Necropolis would be the most direct.
From where we are now, though, that's a much longer time to be in the Darklands.
Silken Path sounds the most interesting.
And closest to where we're going.
It's just I'm concerned about heading through Necropolis.
Why? What do we know? What do we, out of character, know?
Necropolis is the city where the gods of death are worshipped. The gods of undeath, dying, the ones that are welcomed within. So the Raven Queen is worshipped in Necropolis because she's the goddess of death. And the other of the gods, it tends to be a more gloomy. The city is basically a giant graveyard in a matter, and a lot of people worship it, and there's like big mausoleums and gloomy greystone, and it's for you guys who worship Palor. Necropolis is not a place you'd like to go or feel like you want to visit.
So it's Lavender Town from Pokemon.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good. But it's not necessarily haunted, but yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Kind of controlled haunting.
The city of the dead gods. Or we could travel over the mountains itself, or we could go through the Silken Path. What do we know about the Silken Path?
Go ahead and make a history check for me, or would that be history?
Is it exclamation point here?
History, yeah. Do a history.
Also, would I have any idea how rough the travel would be to travel off-road from Lorem to Vitala?
To not travel the road?
Correct, and to go straight to Vitala from Lorem instead of Port de Plea then Vitala? Because there's no road.
Oh, I see.
We're in Lorem, yeah.
And
we need to get into the Darklands. And the only road is down to Port de Plea.
It would probably... it would probably be about 2 weeks to travel to Vitala.
Directly?
By road or off-road, it would be the same. Because you travel faster on the road. But you're going further. So it would end up being about the same travel time to Vitala.
I see something in the woods in the central eastern side. Is that something I would have any idea what it is?
Southeast of Green Tree?
Yes.
Oh, like in the center?
That weird little dead-looking tree thingy. I assume that's what he means.
Or possibly city, or it's hard to see.
Is it? If
there's a clearing and then there's an object inside of the.
Okay. That's a city within the forest. There's a lot of elven cities. You would know this because your family's knowledge of other species. There's a lot
okay.
There's a lot of elven and other fey creatures that live on the eastern border. Green Tree is the main hub of the religious worship of the nature gods and all that. Yes. Melora would be worshipped very heavily in Green Tree. So that's why the city was built right along the forest, because all the people who worship her live within the forest usually. So they just built the city there so it wasn't.
Do I have any idea how long it would take to travel by ship around the coast?
You would have to probably... Lorman does not have any ports.
Oh, wow.
The only 2 cities that have ports are Port Dupli and Stormholm.
Okay.
So you would do about a week and a half travel to Port Dupli, and then you would have to hire a ship to sail around. And then where did you want to sail to? Like where?
I was thinking about sailing all the way around because usually it's faster than walking.
And then just jump off onto a random shore and hope you're in the right area.
Basically.
Yeah, trek through the woods to Green Tree and maybe pop by that city if I know it's not hostile.
Okay.
Woods are our friends.
You would have to figure out. You'd have to be able to afford the
travel.
Yeah.
Are there horses to buy in Lorman? Because that would dramatically reduce our travel time.
You could probably find horses. Most of the major cities would have a stable that you would be able
not to rent, but to purchase. I doubt there's a rental.
Yeah.
Horses.
I mean, yeah, you pick them up in Lorman, you drop them off in Vitella. It's like a U-Haul, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you could. There would be there. You probably remember seeing a stable. And from your knowledge, being a Inquisitor captain, most cities have a stable. Like any city that has a name on the map would have a stable that you would be able to purchase horses from.
Okay. Do I know anything about Radium?
Radium? Radium tends to be, they're the city of healers. Okay. They're the ones that worship the gods of healing and light. Stormholm is the city that worships the gods of the Tempest gods, basically. So lots of sea gods. Thor is one of them that they worship there.
Thor?
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
Yep. Norse, Egyptian, all the different Greek gods, and all the ones from Forgotten Realms and everything are all real things in my world.
Definitely. Well, have we decided on what path we're taking?
Because that's what we're working on right now.
Again, I definitely want to see some Fae if I can.
Well, the only reason to stop by, I think the best route, it might be slightly slower, but the best route will be to Green Tree.
Perfect.
Through Vitella and Haven.
Are we able to get a teleport to Haven? I mean, we went from Haven to here. I mean, we could always ask Niv.
Did out of character, did Niv give us, did Niv give us a way of communicating with him? I don't believe he did.
Nope.
Yeah.
And he flew off.
Yep.
I mean, we can talk to people here and ask, I'm sure it's not his own personal well, it might be his own personal, but he might let people use it.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we should definitely.
We're still in private, I assume.
Oh yeah. This whole conversation is in private.
I know what you said about him, but I do not trust him completely.
Who?
Niv.
Oh.
I believe it's possible that he has ulterior motives and is playing us.
I mean, he's a dragon, isn't that what they do?
Exactly. I already say that.
Well, it is a good instinct. But coming here was non-threatening. I would just like to keep him out of the loop from here on out, unless absolutely necessary.
I mean, we can at least inquire to see if there's any sort of quick transportation from here to Haven? I mean, there's
Of
no
course.
harm in asking.
No, time is of the essence.
Yes. Not to say that I wouldn't mind stopping back home for a while, but
And if we do that, we could actually just go through the barrier. But that might be the most dangerous.
as it is currently under siege of demons, that yeah, probably more dangerous.
Though I wouldn't mind destroying a few.
Oh.
Need to take up a job. Need to finish a job rather soon.
Oh, what kind of job?
I'm a little in debt right now. I just need some gold.
Oh, well, how much do you need and what for?
About 50, a lot. I'm still getting my armor made.
You need 50 gold.
I have 53. I believe you said it was either 100 or 125.
I think you haggled them down to 115.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I need about 50.
Well, here. And she just pulls out her purse and gives you 100 gold.
Well, you don't have to do that.
Oh, trust me, I have plenty. I'm not using it for anything. And she just hands it to you, and she does not take no for an answer.
I was guilty.
No, take it. I'm rich, apparently. Remember, I sold a bunch of stuff while we were in town, and we never divvied up any of the money.
Arlo keeps forgetting both of you are... No, he doesn't forget Dion's rich. He never forgets that, but he forgets Zill's rich.
Yeah, no, Zill's not. She's not
Alright.
like inherently wealthy. She just happens to have a lot of coin on her right now.
She's rich in fame.
I am famous rich, which means people love me, and I get all the attention.
If we ever go back, I can go ahead. I can pick that up whenever we go back.
As we go back through Haven,
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Zill
I
is
would prefer not to make a
notably
detour.
Zill is notably a little sad that they're not going through Vitala, but she understands, or that they might not go through Vitala. She understands
That's her
the
home, right?
necessity. Yes. Yes. She would like to stop by if she can.
I'm gonna go ahead and add this.
If we're not teleporting, then
Well, yeah, if I would rather teleport and get there faster. If not, I'm happy to run through home for a while.
yes.
We should definitely prepare. Is there anything we need from this town that we can't get elsewhere? DM, remind me. We have a bit more access to magic here. Is that true?
Oh, yes.
Excellent. Perhaps we should investigate what we have here at our disposal.
Mhm.
Shopping episode. Sorry. We can keep it brief though. Do we have anything else we need to do before we leave the library today? Also, what time of day is it?
You guys are probably a little afternoon right now.
Excellent.
And we've been here for what, 3 days now? This is the third day.
Yes, that sounds right.
We showed up, slept, had research, and now we're here. So yeah, 3 days.
Okay. I'll be right back for just a second, guys. I need to grab some paper real quick, and it's a little further than my headset can reach.
Guess I'll just straight up ask if they have a giant monster manual instead of looking for it myself.
Of course you do. It's right here.
Asking is good.
We're in a library, love.
No, I tried to look for it last time and I couldn't. I DM'd them, can I get a monster manual? And I meant to say, like, can I ask her? But I didn't specify. It's like, oh, wait, I was going to ask her anyway.
What are you looking for? Because there are different types of books on different things.
Literally like a monster manual, but only for giants. A specific book on giants.
Encyclopedia Gigantica? I saw it over there, she says, pointing in the direction.
Like, their customs, their behaviors, weaknesses, etc.
I mean, I don't know.
It's funny as I was gonna say it, like name it something very, very similar.
I like Encyclopedia Gigantica though.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Or something very like
Mm-hmm.
something very similar.
Doesn't speak giant. Huh.
You don't?
That'll be his next goal. Try to learn.
You gotta teach Zill,
Yeah, we can do that during our downtime.
Draconic.
Right, I was working on something with her too in the day. I don't remember what it was though.
You were working with me?
Mm-hmm. There was something you wanted to learn from me. I think. Oh, was it Arcana?
Arcana, yeah. I need Arcana from you, and I need Draconic from him. She's all about learning. She keeps notebooks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Go get the armor or no? I don't know if we did that yet.
He is too.
I just went ahead and put it in.
He thoroughly enjoys gaining
Book
news.
learnings. Yes,
Right.
book learnings.
So do you guys
he's
want
just typically more of a practical, a physical learning. What's up?
Are you guys staying here and doing more research and getting skills? Or are you guys heading out?
No, we're not going to sit around and study. We don't have time.
Okay.
I just wanted to pick up a monster, a giant, like encyclopedia while I was here.
Not giant as in large, as in on giants. The Gigantica Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
We had this discussion.
Just so you know, Milo, the books in this library are not for buying; they're for reading.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't get to
buy it anyway.
They would charge you a lot unless they had multiple copies.
Have multiple copies on. I keep forgetting the name you call it.
Encyclopedia Gigantica.
Yeah. Copies on that.
Somebody is duping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's me. Sorry.
I keep thinking it's me because I was like, everybody always messages me during games. So I was like, what do people want? And then there's nothing.
That's how it works.
My laptop does that.
Does any of us have a bag of holding by chance? Because we should look into one of those or a handy haversack.
Sion glances at Milo.
Milo, do you have?
I don't have. Why would I have one?
He shrugs.
I mean, I thought about getting one, but I don't have that kind of money.
I just didn't, so I looked at you.
I don't. Yeah, I would like one. That means I can get all the trinkets I want without being weighed down.
They are incredibly useful.
Use it to be a pack rat.
But they cost a few coin.
Yeah, they do.
We should gear up, though.
We should definitely
go shopping.
So just to be, I was about to say, can I go warp back to our main city and go get my armor while you guys are doing your shopping?
I don't know how well the warping is, but we can ask the DM.
It may cost. Usually it does.
Oh no.
Yes. It's typically considered a service.
Sure, the price isn't too ridiculous.
To teleport?
Yeah.
To use the teleport, it's 10 gold for a one-way trip.
Okay, so that's 20 gold. I'll go ahead and do that while they're shopping. I'll go get my armor.
I mean, we're going to meet you back in Haven.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just go there then.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted us to look for while we're here?
Well, really magic centric. Sorry, I'm dumb. I thought, okay. Go first while I think.
Okay. Hey DM.
Yes.
I want to go shopping. I would like to. Specifically, I want a bag of holding or a handy haversack or some sort of magical bag.
Okay.
Because carrying stuff.
Yeah. Give me just a second. I'm trying to get to my stuff about that.
Because I have a link to what most people I know use for the magical item prices, but they're expensive, and I don't want you to charge me so much money for them.
Guess I'd try to get an ever bright lantern.
I think I have an ever-burning torch or an ever-burning candle.
I just know the Everbright lanterns and just a common magic item. Well, it's probably doesn't cost too much.
DM, I'm linking you the page I usually use for reference.
So, did you get your thing back? Got your content sharing back?
Oh yeah, he resubbed.
I was just because I just noticed all these common magic. I was like, oh, what are these doing here? Eat of nourishment. That's just a good berry, though. I can make 10 of those.
Right.
I guess the bright side of that is it doesn't have an expiration date.
You know what Dion's idea of shopping is?
What? Oh. I mean...
Now Bruno's just hungry.
Oh.
Ooh, I want a cloak from glowing. It's just a dramatic cloak.
Dude, the common magic items are the best.
They're pretty fantastic.
Cleansing stone is so helpful. You're never.
Could you imagine a wand of smiles on Dion?
Yes.
I think he would take it and snap it. Absolutely.
He would cast it on himself to try to make it a wand of frowns.
Love that. The ear horn of hearings, just a hearing aid.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the magic eye that makes you not have depth perception problems, basically.
Hat of vermin.
Hat of vermin's actually pretty sweet.
It is. I mean, hat of wizardry is pretty good.
It's no hat of the vermin supreme, but...
Oh, Heward's handy spice pouch is one of my favorite common
items. I'm trying not to pretend that Dion knows anything about magic items, though, because that's not his field of study.
Which is funny, because you have Arcana and I don't.
Well, it's more like he studied, like, traps.
Gotcha.
Orb of
survival and monster hunting is what he studied.
Yeah, you're surviving Arcana. You're not using Arcana. I'm the opposite. I want to use the Arcana.
Okay.
Which is really funny. Oh, hi, DM. What's up?
Okay, sorry. Okay, so you want to find
Bag.
a bag of
Yes, we want to find Blair.
I'm going to find an ever-bright lantern.
Okay. So... just a second here.
Dion just wants useful things. He doesn't care in particular.
I mean, I'm down to get a bunch of different stuff, but I don't have a ton of money.
Right.
Bag is the number one thing I want.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, make me an investigation check to find a magic shop that would have that you think would have a bag of holding in it, or something similar.
4.
I give that a shot too.
Aren't you leaving?
I was gonna stay because you guys oh, shouldn't you get something from here? It's like, oh yeah, you're going there anyway. I might as well stay.
Right. He said
Okay.
that he was going to hang out with us and we'll just go all to Haven at the same time.
I didn't catch that part.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Ozil is very turned. Oh, you gotta do the escapation point.
Escapation.
Is that what I said? Shit.
Yep.
I
thought you did it intentionally, though.
Nope. I have brain. So, Deanna and I are not paying attention.
Nope.
That's fine.
We're talking about magic wings.
Okay.
And I'm like, look, I found this really cool book that talks about... And then, go on.
See anything?
Okay, so while you guys are walking, you Milo, being the one most interested in magical beings and beasts and stuff, you see a shape of a unicorn displayed above this shop, with the name The Unicorn's Emporium.
My God, they sell unicorns. Let's, guys,
Unicorns
we need to go over here.
Hi, yes, what? Oh, okay.
It's a 2-story stone building with a blue tiled roof, and you see elven-style shelves. Oh, as you guys walk inside, you see the room is filled with elven-style wooden shelves, and there's a collection of what looks to be maps hanging from the walls.
Ooh! Zilla's very interested.
As you enter, you see the shopkeeper walking around her shop. She is a tall female halfling. And she appears to be talking to the magic items and the items on the shelf.
Tall female halfling?
Mm-hmm.
Tall halfling.
So like 4 feet tall?
Yeah, something about that, yeah.
Okay.
So she's conversing with some of the items on the shelf and like stroking, like there's a cloak that she's currently engaged in conversation with, and she's stroking it and like fussing with it and straightening it out when she notices you come in and goes, "Oh, greetings there. What can I help you with today?"
Well, we are looking to possibly make some purchases, depending on what you have, of course.
Oh, yes, I have a fine selection of creatures living here in this shop today.
Eyebrow raise. Doesn't say anything.
Yeah, so's Tion.
What was it that you were looking for buying today?
Well, I'm particularly interested in potentially getting some sort of bag that can hold more than it would appear to.
Oh, yes, I do have one of those.
Oh, excellent.
And she'll like kind of almost like skip across. She's in a very good mood today. And she'll like lead you across the room to one of the other shelves, and she goes, "This fine creature is a bag of holding."
Ooh. Does
it
have a name?
He unfortunately does not have a name right now, but he does love holding all sorts of things for you.
Phrasing? Sorry, brain. Wrong character. Oh. And how much would one of these cost us?
Currently, since it's my only one in stock,
Still pouts. Just a little bit.
I'm going to have to say about 4,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that is unfortunately far too steep for us. I only have about 700 at the moment. Do you have anything else that would interest us that would be within our price range?
Let me see.
Also, she said creatures. I'm looking around to see what creatures.
Zill gets the feeling, watching her talk to these things, I get the feeling she's either a little nuts or has a different way of looking at things than I do. She doesn't care too much. Zill doesn't care too much. She's happy to play along.
Let me just check on prices on things real quick. Sorry.
Oh, was she referring to her items as creatures?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that.
She was talking to her bag, or not her bag, her like cloak. Sorry, my mouth is full.
That's fine.
Done shopping.
Currently, all I have in that price range would be a couple lovely potions. I do have a wonderful creature that basically he supplies you with an endless amount of water.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I have several creatures that you fire out of your bow that are extra accurate, and
Ooh.
Do these things, these creatures, do they communicate?
sometimes they do. Most of the time they are pretty quiet. They don't normally speak my language.
That's
Well,
odd.
let's see. And I look at the boys. Do either of you want any of these things? Any of these creatures she's discussing?
Bow sounds tempting.
Ill
But I
creatures
hadn't.
seem... Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about done. You go ahead.
I was simply going to say, these creatures seem fantastic, madam, but they are beyond my reach at the moment, basically.
Have any brooms of fly? Any creatures that let you fly?
Um,
Back
Myself
holding
off
too
and
much.
correct myself.
Yes.
let me check real quick.
Try not to look back at the two of them.
I mean, there's winged boots that are usually like 16,000 gold if you want to get real fancy.
You'll see her. She'll think, she's like, oh, maybe I do, and she hops up real quick and she runs back behind her counter, and you hear the clinking of like little glass cylinders, and she pulls out one and goes, here it is, and she's like, this guy is a potion of flying.
Hmm.
Useful.
Hmm. How much would he be?
Currently 400 gold pieces.
Let's see.
Well, for a single use of flying, I'm not sure if that's
Yeah, no. I was just trying to be nice.
well.
That. But
How out of
hey,
character? How are we doing on potions? Does anyone need any potions? I
I
have
mean,
a potion. It's pretty good.
I
And
still have blood apples. Just saying.
Nope.
you and your cursed apples.
As far as potions go, I have 0.
I have 1. What sort of potions do you have?
Ooh.
She says to the curator, who appears to have disappeared.
I think
Curator,
she's getting something out of the back.
What are we on about, sorry?
what sort of potions do you have?
Potions. I've got a fair few. I've got a. This Missy here is a gaseous form. I have these two lovely ladies are potions of healing. This tricky guy is a mind reader.
Oh.
This strapping young lad is a storm giant strength.
Ooh.
I have a. This lady right here is a supreme healing potion.
Oh.
And. Home. And this fiery little guy is a potion of fire breath.
Ho ho. Those are all very fancy. Tell me about these lovely ladies, the healing ones.
What about them do you want to know? They heal you.
Well, and what would their price be?
For these guys, 100 each.
Oh, that is quite steep.
Well, I could probably part with them for 75 each. And I would give you an additional discount on the Supreme, so that because they're all sisters, they came from the same crop, so I don't want to separate them. For 300 for the Supreme.
300 altogether.
300 for the Supreme, and I would say 100 for the 2 healing if you buy all 3.
Oh.
So 400 total.
Zill pout. Sure, I'm not spending it anywhere else. Any objections?
No.
All right. 400 it is.
Okay. Here you go. And she'll take good care of them. They'll take care of you.
So you just bought what? 3 healing potions?
3. There's 2 regular and a supreme.
Yep.
I will give.
I was gonna say I'll give you 50 gold for one of the regulars.
All right, sure. I'll take the 50. You take the regular. Wait, shit. I removed an extra 50 instead of adding the 50. So let me go in here. It's loading.
So, ma'am, do you have any friends that stay bright?
Anything that stays bright?
Yes. That illuminates the way in darkness constantly.
Supreme was the healing.
Mm-hmm. You guys got a really good deal.
That is 10d4 plus 20. I was like, that's why I was like.
You guys got a really good deal.
For some reason, regular healing popping up for me, but greater, superior, and supreme are.
Potion of healing is what it's called. It's a regular item.
Yeah, I just typed in healing. Oh, it's not a
potion. Potion of healing. It's a common.
It's weird.
It's not under the potion section. That's really weird.
Yeah.
If you turn off, yeah.
I didn't realize I already had 2 of those, but hey, now I have 3.
Cool.
Sweet.
All right.
Ma'am, do you... Oh, yeah, I already asked them, right?
Of the glowing stuff?
Yeah.
Let me check if...
Ever bright lantern.
Unfortunately, I do not have any creatures that glow, but I do have a hammer that warns you when something's coming.
Ooh.
That's kind of...
Do you have use of a hammer?
Eyes and smile. Do you have a rapier that does that?
Unfortunately, I only have a hammer.
My fingers. Look at Dion. Can you use a hammer?
It's the hammer is a light hammer, so it's considered a common. So anyone should be able to use it.
I could. I have no desire
pass.
to.
Before we, I assume Dion's done. If he is, one last question before we leave. A little bit about the Fae area.
The Fae? What about the Fae?
Well, have you heard of a creature called an Almirage?
An Almirage.
Have you heard of a creature called an Almirage?
I have to look up what that is. Hold on.
They're adorable.
Do you have it? Oh, do you have a link open for it?
I don't have a link. I have a picture. I can get the link. Give me a second.
How do you spell it?
Almirage.
G or J?
J.
Almir.
That.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that cute little bunny rabbit unicorn thingy?
I nod my head with a huge grin. Mm-hmm.
I don't believe there is any around here. I think I've seen one following one of the wizards in town around, but I think it's his familiar. So I think it was conjured into being, not a normal, not a wild one, if that's what you're asking.
All right. Well, that was it then. I'm just thinking, well, if the wizard made it his familiar, that means he must have seen a real one at some point. Oh, you guys ready to go, or?
Yes.
Out of character, I'm looking at my character sheet. What was the name of that fucking ring that we got? Pardon my language, Twitch viewers, but...
So can we acknowledge that this is a thing that exists in D&D? Can we acknowledge
Yeah,
this?
because...
I refuse to acknowledge that lion leg pinwheel.
I can't remember the name of that ring that we got, but when we were in there, I picked up... There was an Everflame candle in there. Because I have a candle in my inventory that has the notes in it.
Yeah, we got that in the same place where there was the
ring with the
necromancy
undeads.
ring, yeah.
Gotcha.
The
okay.
whistle. It wasn't the ring, it was the whistle.
Oh, the
Or the
whistle!
whistle,
That's what
that's
it
right.
was.
Yeah, and you guys turned that over to
Yeah.
the
Yeah, we turned the whistle over.
Yep.
I just... Because I was looking for it in my inventory and I found it here. I have an ever-burning candle in my inventory, apparently.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I know I had one. It's because my inventory is super weird. Anyway, back to the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we will take good care of your creatures.
Thank you, my dear. My name is Belby.
Hello, Belby. My name is Ziliana Arios.
You'll see her eyes go wide as she recognizes your name.
Yeah.
You are Ziliana?
I am.
Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you. And she grips your hand even harder and doesn't let it go. She's like, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And a pleasure to meet you as well.
She continues to hold your hand and doesn't let it go while she shakes it as she's kind of in a stupor. She's like, I can't believe it. Such a regal being has come to my temple.
I chuckle.
Or my sanctuary, is what she calls it.
Oh. After a moment, I kind of take my hand back and I say, well, we are on quite an important mission now, and I'm sorry that we weren't able to afford your friend the bag there, but I suppose we must be going.
I am so sorry that I could not accommodate you, but I do have to be able to make a living off of selling my creatures.
Absolutely, of course.
So
thank you so much for your time. If I find myself with enough coin, I will certainly be back for it.
Oh, I hope so. It'll be good to see you again.
I smile and
take care.
Bye-bye.
You.
And as soon as we walk out, those of you who reckon, now that you guys know her, you see that she is just exhausted from the social interaction.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't show it it's subtle, but you guys have been around her long enough to know that she is exhausted from social.
I pat Zilla on the back.
She sighs. Kind of wrings her hand out a little bit. Pops her wrist. Well, potions. I don't know if she even realized how much this potion is worth, but okay. I'm sorry we weren't able to get anything else special. Do we have anything else that we need while we're here?
I don't think so.
I look at Dion.
I don't think there's anything specific that I can afford at the moment.
Okay. Well then. I suppose we should head back to Haven.
Mm-hmm.
And we make our way to the teleporter.
big dumb grin on his face. I get to get my armor. So
Just so you guys know how much that potion
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah. 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 When you said supreme, I was like, there's no he probably means greater.
Nope.
And then you were like, no, it's a supreme, and I'm like, oh my god.
I mean, again, I know you guys won't, but I still got like 5 of those.
You have 5 supremes.
Basically, that's what the blood apples are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, half
Kinda.
of an apple is a supreme.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna eat your cursed apples.
Oh no, he gets that.
For those
Also-
of you Twitch viewers, the potion that we got is worth 1,350 gold, and it regains 10d4 plus 20 hit points, and that is absolutely. There you go.
That's
Anyway.
just Dion's space
Oh,
anytime.
I don't think I told you. I don't know if I told Dion I had the apples.
You,
I'm
we
pretty
were
sure
there
he
when you took them.
knows. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
He's explicitly told you that he doesn't think you should.
Well,
I think I tried to be stealthy about it, but I failed.
I think you
Probably.
actually managed to put them into your bag stealthily, and then you gave him an apple that you had to give to the
Yeah, so no, like,
Inquisition. So I don't know
Yeah.
if Dion knows you have any more.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't know,
Okay,
man.
It's fine.
So, yeah.
I think Dion thinks that you gave him all the apples you had.
That is fair.
From my memory, that's what I remember.
I don't recall, so I'll just go with whatever you guys say.
Because you saw everything Stell did, but I don't think you saw everything Milo did.
Yeah,
During
you were
that
focused
situation.
on him because he was really shady.
There was a lot going on with Stell at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not letting him out of sight.
For good reason. Anyway, do we make it to the teleporter and head on to Haven then?
Okay, so you guys are going to head on to the teleporter now?
Yep.
Okay.
We get a discount being the actual, Inquisitors on our way.
The 10 gold is a discount.
It is the discounted.
Mhm.
Chip it in 3.
And that's per person.
Alright, I'll do my 10. Does anyone need some assistance with this one?
Oh no, I'm just cheap. I pay 10.
Alright.
Yeah, I pay my 10 as well.
Alright. We go on through.
Okay. So you guys teleport, and you guys are heading to where? Haven?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you guys teleport to Haven. So now you are back in Haven, where you were just 3 days ago, where the assassination plot happened and all that stuff. While you guys were preparing to leave, before the teleporter, Sahala comes up to you and says, if you guys comes up to you, Dion, because you're the captain, goes, Captain, if I might ask, I wish to take a little leave of absence and remain here in Lorman for a while to do some research.
Is there something specific you'll do to research?
It's just stuff. I found a book when we were looking earlier, and I wish to study it more, and I don't really want to take it from the library, or because they don't really let you take anything from the library. I know where we are going, and I will catch up with you as soon as I'm done with my stuff, but at the moment, I think you guys have things in hand.
Well, just whatever serves the Inquisition best for you, I suppose.
Thank you, Captain. And then she'll turn and leave. Was there something else, Milo?
I was going to ask Dion, as we're getting back to Haven, how dangerous do you think this is going to be? You estimate.
Zilla's just giving this look like, are you seriously asking this question?
Oh,
Say
yeah, like, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how dangerous do you think this particular thing is going to be?
This mission?
Yes.
12.
All right, I have to stop by my house right quick, and I'll meet back up with you.
It is still. It's like late afternoon at this point. We're probably not leaving until the morning anyway. Very.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, the offer for dinner is still on the table. Saying.
Okay. Also, as you guys, okay, so you guys are teleporting now. You guys have teleported now, yes.
Yes.
Okay. As you enter the teleportation room, the air in the room has changed since last time you were here. There's panic, there's rushing, there's heavy guard. And they immediately rush up as you teleport in and go and start demanding identification and...
I immediately pull out my identification.
Mine is legitimately displayed at all times.
Yeah.
So they'll nod and then they'll okay, you may go, and then it's something has changed since you left. What?
I kind of as we're being shuffled away, I'm like, we should probably get a status update while we're here.
Things have naturally gone worse.
Well, I mean, war. It happens. This is a little bit more than expected. Anyway, and I suppose we continue onwards.
Okay. So what's everyone doing? As you leave the headquarters, or as you're heading out of the teleportation chamber?
Just we be quick.
Yes.
Where would you like to meet?
We're going to have to sleep for the evening.
I'm sleeping at headquarters.
I mean, you guys want, you can stay at my place. I'd really like you to meet my family.
Still,
don't know if we're going to.
I do not have time for a social visit. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, and I don't know when I'm going to see them again. So I'd like them to know my friends before we head out.
Yes, check on your family.
All right.
Don't dally.
I'm going to pick up my armor first.
Okay, pick up your armor and go visit your family?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're going to rest for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll leave that.
If you would like to study, we have some time.
Yes. Study and flight lessons, I believe. This time, don't jump off
I would prefer not to do that in this town.
That is fair. That's fine. Perhaps the first thing you should practice is at least getting them out at will. Maybe not even flying, just getting them out. Yes?
Yes, I suppose I can do that in private.
There it is.
Please don't jump off anything very tall unless you know you can pop them out.
Okay. That's why he asked, by the way.
You what?
That's why Milo asked that question earlier.
Oh, leaving Atticus at home?
Yeah, is there a fair chance we're all going to
die? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what's next? We sleep?
Okay.
I practice with my wings a little bit.
Oh, I was talking about studying Arcana, but yes.
Oh, and we study. It takes 1 minute for my wings.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
So, do you practice wings with me, or do you?
Yes. It doesn't work, but he practices.
Okay.
Can I actually, DM? I have a question.
What?
Can I don't know how to word this without it sounding weird. Can I help him with the wings? By putting this. God, it sounds so bad. By pumping celestial magic into him.
Yeah, I'm sure you could probably.
Basically, I was thinking
considering his the angel that granted him his Aasimar form is Aurelia. I think that would make sense.
Yeah. So basically, after he fails at getting his wings out, God, this sounds so inappropriate, and I love it. Because she doesn't think it this way at all. So she basically just puts her hand on the shoulder, right between the shoulder blades on his back. I can't talk today, and I'm gonna spend a sorcery point and try and just, because bloodline, sorcery, magic, divine, and just try and help his wings come out.
Yeah.
Does it work?
If Dion wants it to, yes.
Sure. I have no problem with that if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it's kind of character choice at this moment.
Yeah.
Right.
So
she's trying to get him more comfortable, not just with the wings, but also with coming to terms with what he is. She doesn't say this out loud, but that's her plan.
Okay. Hey, sounds good. So you guys do that. I'm also going to have all three of you roll perception checks for your walk to headquarters and your walk home, Milo.
All right.
What the heck is my...
Exclamation point.
Absolutely average.
Perception.
Oof.
None of us are very perceptive today.
Yeah.
Nope.
I got the highest, or I rolled the highest.
Milo does succeed on the check, though.
That's good.
So Milo, while you're going to the blacksmith, and you probably hear it at the blacksmith while you're picking up your armor, he'll probably just drop it to you in like a little quip, like, "Oh, well, it's a good thing your armor's ready. I'm about to have a huge payload coming in from the armies and everything. The fact that the Sulfurian Empire has decided to descend on us just as the barrier goes down."
Yikes.
I mean, that sounds exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
We're about to have a very, very rough time. I'm about to be very busy. So, good thing you placed your order when you did. He'll take your money, and then he'll give you your armor. That was the white dragon scale armor, right?
Yep. Get to finally do the thing.
And you wanted it just made out of dragon scales, not magically enchanted, right?
Oh, I thought it was just going to be straight up the white dragon scale mail.
Yep, that's what it is. So
Okay.
you will have advantage on checks versus cold, just because of the nature of the dragon scales. But that's all it's going to give you. So
no frightening presence, resistance, or anything.
No, you just get resistance versus cold while wearing it. So
Right.
it will go is like when you're doing a saving throw against a cold attack that deals cold damage, you'll get advantage on it.
So is it half damage, or does he get just advantage on
He
the
just gets advantage.
Okay.
Advantage is the only thing he gets from it.
The cold damage, it's not half.
No, that's only if that's
really OP.
That's if you have to do. That's if you get it magically enchanted as well.
Is there a way to do that later on?
You could have it magically enchanted later, yes.
Okay.
It's just going to be expensive, but yeah.
Maybe. Well, good thing, like 2/3 the way there for it being finished.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you have advantage on cold checks, basically. So, like, yeah.
Checks versus cold effect.
So
You said that the Sulfurian Empire, I assume that's the anti-haven?
That is
Demons?
the one where tieflings basically rule the kingdom,
Gotcha.
and Arcana is very much a big thing in every, in all of their empire, and they're the north half of the continent. They're the one that's in almost a constant like war with Haven, and they keep clashing. But
they're the reason we're hesitant for Arcana.
Yes. Yes, exactly. They're the reason that Haven doesn't approve of Arcana. Because, yes. And then, yeah. So Milo gets the little rundown that they've started marching troops south since the barrier has fallen. So now that's going to be a two-front war.
What do I see sneaking up on me in the middle of the night?
You see something sneaking up in the middle of the night? What?
I was just joking. You said make perception checks, and then you said I passed.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. Nope. That's it. So the perception check was just to like gather information on what's going on in the city. That's what the new energy of the city is about. Is that there's now an entire empire descending on us as well, just as the barrier fell.
Alright.
So, yeah, fun. Okay, so you guys all go. You guys are Dion and Zill are going to practice Arcana.
Arcana, we're going to do wings, and then we're going to do Arcana.
Okay. Go ahead and make intelligence checks for me.
Is this an Arcana check? Or are you just having her make intelligence checks?
You're teaching it to her?
Correct.
Wait, first of all,
so
what?
The wrong dice.
It is the wrong dice and it didn't roll.
Dion, make an intelligence check.
Just for teaching?
Just straight up intelligence, yes. If you succeed, then she'll have advantage.
Probably not.
Okay.
Never taught before.
Okay. Okay.
14.
Okay. You'll make a little bit of progress towards it.
Yay!
You're not quite there yet. So whenever you guys do this, it takes how many hours of time do you want to spend on it?
Well, what time of day is it?
It's at this point the clouds are over the city. You can't tell what time it is.
Tell?
What time was it? Day was it when we left?
When you guys left, it was probably like 4.
Okay, so like 8 hours. We'll go till midnight-ish.
And then wake up at like 9-ish.
Okay, so 8 hours?
39. Yeah. 8 hours of practicing Arcana. And wings. I like the wings!
1 minute of wings.
1 minute of wings.
No, it probably took longer than that because he couldn't get him. He couldn't get his wings up.
He couldn't get his wings up. No, he just needed a little help.
Okay.
Okay, so you did 8 hours. 8 hours.
Is Nemo here?
Nemo? I think you mean... Oh.
Yeah, Nemo would be at the gate, at the main counter.
Okay. I'll greet him as I come in.
Okay. Sounds good.
One day, Dion shall visit my home.
You've started to notice that Dion is socially averse.
What? What?
He doesn't people.
I don't people. Poor Laria. Anyway, on we go.
Okay, so you guys wake in the morning.
Yes.
And what is your plan?
We need to start heading, boss. Where are we going? Are we going Oakhurst and then over the barrier, or are we going down to Green Tree? I suppose.
Do I think one route would be safer? Do I think Green Tree would be more Do I think the amount of time we would lose going through Green Tree would be safer than
Over the barrier.
over the barrier?
Well, looking at the map, going to Green Tree and traveling up would have the least amount of time in the Darklands and the least amount of off-road.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
But did you guys do an intelligence check to figure out what the Silken Path was? Or a history check?
I did not. I can go ahead and do one.
Okay.
History?
Let me check real quick.
I should be proficient in that, but I'm not, because paladins only get so many skills.
Right?
History, religion, survival.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of things.
Do
that should be
history.
proficient in.
Yeah, history would be the one because it's been there
Okay,
forever.
it's just a straight intelligence check for me. Jeez, I can't roll. Like, I can't roll at all unless it's physical dice. I can't.
Oh.
Sorry, bud.
No, it's just Dion. He's cursed.
I'm cursed. At least, especially lately. You should have seen me last night.
Yeah. Okay. So you've heard mention of the Silken Path. You know that there's something there. You just don't. You know it's not as easy as just walking through, but you don't recall any information on it.
Perhaps we should get some information on it before we leave, since none of us know.
Idea.
Well, other people could
Whatever
do
then.
history checks to figure out, because you all are members of the Empire.
Alright.
It's not like it's ever gone anywhere. It's always been there. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh wait, I remember.
Excellent.
So it's probably like one of those things like, so you're like sitting there looking at the map, goes, I can't remember why the Silken Path, why this is
Does it
labeled.
involve spiders by chance?
And all of a sudden, your brain recalls a book that you read when you were growing up. It was a book that had come through with a traveling merchant who had been traveling all over, and it was just like a little, like, the lands of the Empire, basically, kind of book. And one of the priests bought it for you because you had never been out of the city before. So it was like a little gift. And you recall it now. The Silken Path is a giant crevasse that it spans the valley that between the two mountain peaks, but can be traversed, but the entire crevice is covered in silken spider webs of giant spiders.
I called it.
Ooh, spiders.
The spiders that live in the Underdark came up through the surface through this crevice and built and had just spanned the gap with their webs. So you know that the webs are sticky and difficult to traverse, but there's you do recall in the book that they're talk of there's a animal that secretes a fluid from their skin that prevents the webs from sticking to you. That you put on your you like rub it on your feet or whatever's going to come in contact with the webs, and you can walk across the webs unimpeded.
So wait, there's a creature?
Yes.
Okay.
With that critical hit, you remember like everything. They there's a ranger, like a little camp, right near the crevice where a group of rangers, they breed these animals that secrete this goo. Yeah, I guess it's the best. It's like an oil almost
Ichor?
kind of thing. Ichor. Yeah,
Okay.
Ichor's a good one. And then they go out hunting spiders along the silken path for the chitin and their venom and stuff, which they then sell for profit. Because giant spider bits are really expensive, and nobody wants to go hunt them.
But wow, spiders.
So
It'd be fun.
So you could probably, if you can inquire about the location of this hunter's sanctuary where they head out, you could probably inquire about maybe even getting a guide across.
Zill, I have an idea. An interesting idea.
Zill gives you a sidelong glance. Oh?
We can acquire one of these spiders as our allies, and I can speak to it. We find out everything we need.
That's a very solid plan D. Let's work on plan A through C first. She does not say that. No, kind of wants to say that, but doesn't. Do you think you would be able to actually befriend one of these creatures?
Of course, animal friendship and a couple good berries. Spiders, they're simple creatures. They like food.
I mean, I don't see why we can't try, though I don't suggest we go searching one out specifically.
Oh, of course.
Besides, you should definitely run this by our captain.
I just
Before we
assumed
make
Dion
any
was right
decisions.
here the whole time.
Yeah, but you brought this up to me specifically, so.
True, yeah, but he'll say no.
Go ask your dad. Well, Dad'll say no.
Well, then here's your answer.
Well,
So are you talking to Dion about it?
yeah, I just turned and just, okay, it's like, can I?
Gotta pout at him.
Spider
Don't think that's
arrives. I'm not
wisest.
saying we go look for a spider, but if a spider comes to us,
I don't see any harm in trying,
If
though
you-
if it does attack, we're going to have to kill it. You know
of
that.
course.
Okay. Alright.
I didn't get Dion's answer.
If you feel confident in your ability to tame a beast of that nature, then by all means try, but we won't have time
Of course.
to spend
Oh,
on it.
it'll last.
Hmm.
Yeah, now 24 hours. Yeah, so if I get one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to charm that giant frog, but I didn't get a chance.
Mm.
Yeah, that frog died pretty fast.
Yeah. It's like, oh, sweet, a frog mount. A giant spider will do. Horses. All right, so plan A.
Yes.
I think that'd still be better than fighting demons.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we'll be doing that too.
Well,
All
yes.
right.
For a less extended
Horses?
period of time.
Horses? Yes. Maybe. I don't know. Actually,
Horses
With
would be good.
I mean, they would be good though. With the war, I don't know if there's going to be many up for grabs.
We should
carry
try.
people.
This is an
Definitely
important
try.
mission after all. This is a mission directly from,
Oh, uh-huh.
well,
Horse carry 2 people.
Uh-uh.
not typically, no.
All right.
Not of our size, anyway.
Zill could probably ride on a horse with someone. Because I don't think Zill's that large.
I'm not that large either. 160.
Dion's like just under 200.
Zill is. So actually, I was going to ask you about this, DM.
Yes.
We decided that Zill is a elf-based Aasimar.
Mm-hmm.
So she's basically got the physical body of an elf.
Yep.
So she is tiny, like slight and thin, and like maybe about 20.
Sure.
Okay.
That's all up to you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I was just making sure that I can, in fact, make her elfish.
Yeah. Aasimars basically are just the Aasimar like stats is what you use since that's what you picked. But you can make her look like whatever.
Excellent.
Because we can share.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say we can share a horse. We're both light.
Okay. I mean, if we can each get one, that may be easier. But I'm down with whatever.
If I do end up befriending a giant spider, I'm probably going to ride that back.
Zill is just sitting here imagining you showing up in town riding a giant spider and how well that's going to go over.
It's okay, it's charmed. It's charmed. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't know why that's the noise giant spiders make, but it is. All right, so let's go find some horses.
Okay, so
I assume I would know where some are.
Yeah,
there wouldn't be some I could take from. Would there?
Yeah, we got a house
for free
from home. Yeah.
You would have to go home to do that.
Do I have?
Do you want to go talk to Dad?
Or like if I could go home and just grab one, like it was mine.
Just go into the own personal stable and walk out with one. Not ask.
I wouldn't.
You have to walk.
It's easier to die in the Darklands than ask permission.
Exactly.
Yeah. You would have to walk into the estate grounds, and then the stable is off to the side. So you would be in full view of the house entering into the grounds, and it's up to you.
Yeah, if I thought I could get a horse, or especially multiple horses, without having to worry about it.
You know that there's a good chance that there would be a horse, but you don't know for sure because it's been a while since you've been home. And with the way your dad reacted, you're not sure he would keep your horse around after you left town.
Okay.
Because
then
it's kind
we'll
of
go. Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of a little grumpy.
Kind of. Asshole.
I guess he's just a little jelly too.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, I'm following Dion wherever Dion is going.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go to whatever stable the city would have.
Okay.
I'm sure actually the Inquisition probably has its own stable. But
the Inquisition actually doesn't provide horses. You do know that there is a discount on buying horses, though.
Okay.
That most cities will offer. So you guys are going to head toward the eastern gate, because that's the direction you're going to be heading out once you're. There is several large stables all right near the gate entrance. There's a cart shop for cart makers to make carts and sell carts. I don't know. Wood. I guess woodworkers is what it would be. So you walk up to one of the stable houses and ask for some horses. How many do you want?
3.
3.
Wait, no.
Preferably.
Oh yeah.
3 preferably. A horse that is overweight will be moving a lot slower.
True.
We can't afford to dally.
Okay. He's like, well, with the coming war, our war horses are not available, but they're a bit pricey. I have riding horses for 75 gold and draft horses for 50 gold each. If you want a pony, I can do ponies for 30 gold. I got a couple of those.
What speed? So riding horses. We need to get somewhere relatively quickly. I assume riding horses would be our fastest bet.
Riding horses definitely would be your best bet.
Okay. I can get us that's what for 3 that's 225. Is that including any discounts for the Inquisitors?
Oh, you guys are Inquisitors.
Yes.
You'll
DM
get
just
a.
glances at his shirt.
He was like, and then he'll be like, okay, that's 50 gold pieces each for each riding horse.
Excellent, I will do it. And I just immediately pop out 150 gold.
Okay. Will you guys be needing a cart or anything to go along with you, or?
Does the 100 or does the 50 each come with, riding gear, I assume? Saddle, bridle.
It's another couple gold for a saddle and bridle.
How much for the 3?
5 gold each so it'd be 15 gold to fix up all these horses with everything you'll need.
Done.
Zill,
Yes.
one other question. I just realized do you know what the weather is like there? Temp.
Oh, for my natural 20, let's see, DM.
In the Silken Vet.
Yes.
Yeah.
The weather?
Is it temperate?
It's basically the same weather that you guys have now. So it's kind of like it's not
we can
quite
actually add riding horses.
It's not quite tropical, but it is warm on average.
Okay. I'm not dressed particularly for cold weather, so at the moment.
I mean, I'm not either.
So we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Do it.
Sometimes I forget about that, and then DMs are like, "Haha, you freeze to death." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Anyway.
I'm not that crazy about it.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, 3 horses and gear, and we're on our way.
Okay. With 3 horses and gear, you can make the trip to Green Tree in about a week.
Okay.
Versus the about 3-week travel it would take out by foot.
Okay, that's a long time.
Yep.
All right. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay. So you guys head off to Green Tree. Let's just do a set of checks just to know if we need to do anything crazy.
Yes.
So, survival, perception, nature, and animal handling.
Each of these for each of us?
You guys can pick.
Pick one?
I want each of you to do 2 checks. Tell me which one before you roll.
Perception.
Okay? Or if you can figure out a reason why another skill would work for what you're doing.
I mean,
intimidate the horse into listening to me.
No.
I'll do animal. You said we should do 2. They both different, right?
Yeah, you have to do 2 different ones. Yeah.
Can I use charisma to convince my horse to be lovely?
You're gonna charm it.
I'm gonna be all sweet and adorable for it. I'm gonna be all like,
Get it to trust you.
yeah.
I'll do this next one will be animal handling.
I'm gonna baby my horse. Her name is Winnie.
Okay.
I guess I'll just do survival and perception.
I will do animal handling since it has. Yeah, and I will do perception. I mean, they're the same modifier. Oh, better than theirs. See, none of my skills are particularly useful for anything but social interaction.
I'm the opposite, aside from one specific social skill.
And our DM doesn't ever make me roll in social interactions.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not about bartering, but Zill's really not a barterer type.
I try to remember to, but like you're just so good at like the just
getting into it.
Yeah, I was like, there's just no reason not to like.
Yeah, we're just having a conversation here, right?
Yeah,
her stats just reflect her RP ability.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good on all of those.
Dion didn't do terribly.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Especially that perception.
You got double dibs on both. That's pretty fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have actually like nothing really bad happens on your travel. You do hear one night when you're getting closer to Green Tree. Is that what it's called? I've been using that name. Is that right? Green Tree. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I was like, I want to make sure I say that's right. Okay. How many hours do you practice each night?
If we're traveling, is it 8 travel, 8 off hours, and 8 sleep? Or are we doing more travel?
Are you guys doing more travel?
I'm asking the team. Team.
No, we don't need to.
How long? How
not
long
at this
are we?
point. So 8 hours of travel a
8
day.
travel, 8 sleep.
Unless horses can take us longer.
I would say horses could probably do about 10 hours of travel. At not a rushed pace, but like a steady pace.
Yeah, let's do that then.
So 10, 8, and that leaves us with what? 6 hours?
Something like that, yeah.
So 3 in the morning, 3 in the evening?
Yeah.
Sure. Or we could just do, either way, about 6, maybe 5 hours a day. Have to have some alone time.
Test my wings.
Yes, we do wings.
At the very, very end of the evening. Also, we got to take watches.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
No.
Who likes to be up early and who likes to be up late?
I always get up early.
Zill likes to stay up late, so.
Dion's used to interrupted sleep, so.
Excellent. Convenient. So yeah, I guess I take first watches each night. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else we need to roll?
I need you guys to do. I just need Zill to do a bunch of intelligence checks for me. Do 5 intelligence checks.
How do you make it do iterations?
RR space number of iterations space roll.
So we're doing 7 of them, I assume.
Yeah, do 7. Do 1 for every night. Yeah.
1d20 plus 1. Well, I got 1 natural 20 and 1 natural 1.
Okay.
I got an array. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I got some really, really bad nights where I just could not get my head in the game.
Yeah.
Is this for me teaching you? Probably because I'm a terrible teacher.
No.
You finally get it on the last night. Like, okay, I get what you're saying to me now.
I got a breakthrough. All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah. So just so you know, you have to do a cumulative so many hours of practice to become proficient in a skill.
So we said.
And you have to successfully do your.
That's 6 hours for 7 nights.
Yep. So.
So.
But you only successfully
Yeah.
Did 2.
I only succeeded on 2 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else was 13 and under.
Oh, I was thinking it was a DC 10, not
And
a DC 14.
the difficulty is going to steadily increase the more hours you put into it.
Great.
So,
Lol.
yeah.
Okay.
Increase. Okay.
Yep. So the more, because when you become proficient in it, you've gotten to a point where you understand it now, and you don't need to like you've practiced it. It's become second nature kind of thing.
Okay. Well, I'm up to 20 hours total then. Wait, did we say that those are each 6 or each 3?
6, right?
Each 6. So each success for this list was 6.
Mm-hmm.
And plus my other 8. So yeah, I'm up to 20.
Yep. So yeah, just go ahead and keep track of how many hours, and then every once in a while I'll check what your total is. And then when you officially become proficient, I will just let you know. Okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want to give you away I don't want to give you what your goal is.
Yeah.
Then that ruins the fun.
Right. Let's.
Okay.
I want something at all.
Okay. So, so you guys, after a week of travel, you guys arrive in Green Tree, and it's a gorgeous city. All the buildings are made out of wood. They're elegantly carved. They're growing. There's trees growing through the buildings. It looks like a natural city was just grown out of the forest itself, and it's literally like the entire city literally builds up against the forest edge, and just is part of the forest. It feels like it's a gorgeous city.
That's a lot of nature.
Zill is enamored.
Yep. There's street lamps that are covered in vines, and then up at the top, it looks like it's a glowing little will-o'-the-wisp almost kind of thing. So it's all nature based. It's.
I'll do a quick prayer to one of my gods.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Dion should probably do some prayers and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you and I can pray together.
Shanti, give us luck.
My horse's name is Susan.
Mine is Winnie.
And he wants you to respect his life choices.
I respect his life choices.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing now that you have arrived?
I look at Dion.
Well, why don't you take the lead? You know more about this place than I do.
Who?
You.
Me? Do I know much about Green Tree? I know much about the
Silken Road.
Silken Road. I know that it's this general direction. I will know more once we actually get there. Do we
you'd never been out of Vitala.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see no reason to not just go in the city, right?
Yeah, you guys can go in. There's nothing holding you back.
Okay. Then yeah, let's just go in.
Okay.
All right, we go into the city. Zill is drawing on her little sketchbook. She has sketchbooks.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
The city guard is on watch.
Dion does not try.
They are on edge because they are one of the closest cities to the Darklands. But
I make sure my Inquisitor's sigil is showing.
But because of the location of the Silken Path, it tends to route around Green Tree where people would enter from the Darklands. So they are at relative ease, and they are on one of the farther fronts from the Sulfuran Empire's advance. So they're it's something that could be done. It's easy enough to they're more at ease than Haven was, but they're still on guard. So they'll greet you, they'll acknowledge your insignias, and let you into the city when you guys approach.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Excellent. I
Oh,
assume we reached.
there was also on the last night before you reach Green Tree, you guys heard howling.
Oh.
Yes.
Did those sound like normal wolves to me?
Go ahead. What was your perception for
19.
19 for his last one.
There was real wolves, and there was also other kinds of wolves that you know.
Oh.
Okay.
I like that we've already had discussion, like our very first session involved discussions of werewolves
Yeah.
Oh,
or lycanthropy.
Yeah.
it's Stell, but for real.
Oh. Yeah. So we make it to town. We say, "Hi, town. How are you?"
Hello, town.
Being
Nice to
very,
meet you.
being very naturey. Well, no, we're here on a purpose. I can't make small talk.
You can make small talk. You just can't make a lot of small talk.
Around if there were any places that practice druid craft, druid magic.
He wants to be a
Nature-based
druid.
area. This is a very nature-based area.
Oh, you don't have time to study.
I don't want to study. I just want to know what there is.
But yeah.
Be a good place to come back to.
Basically. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what time of day is it when we show up?
It's getting to the later evening. You probably got there's no sun, so because the clouds are covering the sky.
Yeah.
Of course.
You guys have been traveling in darkness for a week.
Completely
Zill
forgot
glows.
it was all
She
dark.
glows as she desires. So
Yeah.
there's at least
Dion
some
will
light.
cast light on Milo's object of choice whenever he needs it.
Alright. I don't have the light cantrip.
I have the light cantrip from 2 different sources, so I imagine that I kind of constantly glow unless I actively try not to. Just kind of constantly glowing.
I forget if it's concentration.
It's
No.
not. Only
Nope.
dancing.
You cast it, and then
Yeah.
it lasts
lasts
for
for
you just only
hour.
have one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just constantly
Well, there's a
glow.
lot of fun you could have if you could do multiple instances.
Right?
So what I was gonna say, Milo, is that don't let Dion's personality change the way you play Milo.
Yeah, but he knows we're on an important mission. He
Okay.
wouldn't want to dilly-dally, but he likes to keep notes of important places he can come back to if he needs to do something.
That's a good plan.
Again, next time we level up, that's the big level. It's when I get my druid subclass.
Nice.
I still haven't decided on what I want to be.
Cool. So I assume that we're going to be spending the evening here as opposed to camping in the woods closer to the Darklands.
Wise decision.
Yes.
Excellent. I am going to go shopping. And then I trot.
All right, if you're going
Actually,
to
I turn around and come back. Where are we meeting?
get, I mean, I assume we're going to go to the same place.
I was going to go shopping.
Are you going to shop?
I'll go with you.
Wait, are you shopping for food?
We should probably stock up.
Oh, it's fine. That's why I brought that up.
Zill is blushing and just kind of like looking away. She was definitely thinking tourist shopping. But okay, food is important too.
I just go ahead and cast Goodberry. Well, we all have a meal for the day.
Yeah, Goodberry is really nice. Yeah. We can go shopping. Let's go shopping. What do you guys want to find?
I want to buy some pitchers because I want to sell jugs of water.
You want jugs of water.
I want empty jugs, but I want to. I found out while I was practicing my magic, I can do this now. Well, no, I'm not going to do it. Just take my word for it. I can create gallons of water and resell. Like, people need water, and if you can make it, I mean, that's an easy profit. Well, I just need containers, to actually hold the water, and I can sell those.
So you want to buy empty jugs, fill it with water, and then sell it?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't even know how to feel about this, but okay.
I mean, it's nothing immoral about it. It's magic.
Oh man,
I'm not tricking anyone.
So you want to sell someone magic water?
It's not like good there. It's not gonna expire or anything.
All right. Well, Zill wants to go tourist shopping, so that's what Zill does.
Okay. Is Zill looking for anything specific?
Jewelry? Like necklaces or bracelets, or she's like... It's like, you know how you get those keychains that's just a bunch of random knick-knack kind of stuff? She's kind of looking for that.
Like a charm bracelet?
Yeah, like a charm bracelet, but not necessarily one she's going to wear. She also she wants to get her hair braided.
Okay.
She's never been around other elves. And she's not an elf, but she's way closer to an elf than a human.
Okay. So yeah, the populace of the city is very heavy elf. There's lots of halflings. There's a couple furbolgs.
Ooh, there's firbolgs.
Ooh.
This is a very, very heavy druidic city.
See any furball ladies?
There's
I'm
probably...
also going to keep an eye out for the symbol of the guardian druids. Just
okay.
That. Just keeping an eye out for that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Did she give you that symbol?
Yeah, the ring itself was the symbol of the...
Oh, okay, the symbol of the guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Furball ladies.
Anyway, shopping. Lots of druids.
I ask questions.
What was your question?
I gotta find a furball lady first.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, you could find one.
For the reason you think.
For the reason.
Diana's actually gonna go off on his own.
I'll get lost, I say as he starts leaving.
Okay. Zill just takes note, continues shopping.
Oh, catch up.
You're like Fey Touch giants, right?
She's just gonna look at you. Yes, tiny man.
I show her a crude. Oh no, I think it's fairly good. A fairly good drawing of an owl mirage. Have you seen any of these animals nearby? Your friend.
They tend to live up north, in the forest.
Any kind of dangerous creatures besides the Norm in the forest?
Well, the forest around here is very has lots of fey. There's tears in the fabric, and the Feywild tends to seep into the forest around here a lot. So there's lots of... That is one reason why Green Tree and the Druidic magics and lots of elves live in this area. Because of the Fey influences.
Let's see. Also, are there any Eladrin living here?
I think they tend to stick to themselves in their own city further into the forest, but occasionally some will come trade goods.
Alright. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Okay.
All towards the forest.
Okay. Are you going into the forest?
I am. With my horse.
Okay.
I am shopping, so I do not know this.
Dion has no idea he went off on.
Okay.
So,
Safe.
bye forever, Mallow.
Okay, so you're doing that, Dion.
Yep.
How much are you getting? Are you doing a lot of that, or are you just doing a little?
I'll DM you.
Okay, sounds good. Zill, you want to braid your hair? You want to find a couple just like random, non-magical, pretty trinkets and stuff like that? All right. I'll say you could probably do all of that with a gold piece.
Excellent. Also, I have a little, what is it? Where is it? I have a little jade dragon figurine.
Yeah.
I want to get it into a little brooch.
Okay.
A simple one.
Okay. Oh, the ones that you found
from the dungeon.
Those are actually probably about like 8 inches tall.
Oh shit! I did not realize it was that big. Okay, never mind. I won't get a brooch. 8-inch tall brooch.
Yeah.
That's okay though.
So they're not like huge, but they're
yeah. All right. Let's see.
Okay. So Milo, you're going into the forest?
Hmm? Yes, indeed. Never to return.
He did.
You guys hear me, by the way?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
I can hear you.
I can hear you, it's fine. So you're going into the forest?
Looking for bunnies and or Eladrin.
Okay. How far are you willing to go?
Probably about a mile in.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and make a check for me. You can either do survival, perception, or nature.
Roll a do you die check.
I'll do perception.
And how much time do you...
Probably like 2 hours.
Okay. An hour in, your light goes out.
Ooh.
And you're now plunged into pitch blackness.
Dark. What do I have for this? Nothing. Do I hear any... Oh, I can't see. Fuck. I was gonna say, do I see any owls or anything?
I was like, what are you doing, Milo?
I hear any owls.
You hear animals. With the fact that the sun has been blotted out by the clouds.
I have a torch. I just light my torch.
Okay.
Ugh. Thank God for inventories.
Yeah. Okay. So Dion, I'll say you can spend 2 gold to do that.
Okay.
Dion's getting laid.
You don't know.
Plus has to.
Yeah. That's funny.
Sorry, I derailed everything. Go on.
No, that's fine. Okay. Zill, after you're done doing a little bit of your shopping, you look around and you realize Dion's not with you, and neither is Milo. And you're now alone in the middle of this city.
I will find a reputable tavern.
Okay.
And she's as awkward as that sounded.
Okay, make an investigation check to see if you can find one.
Alright. What is my... Where is it? Investigation? Alright, fine. There it is. I am rolling like trash today. I keep getting distracted by all the little carts and stuff, and like the little shops.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you cannot seem, for the life of you, to find a place that offers lodging. You're wandering around trying to find something, but you just keep seeing all the pretty and shiny and cool things made out of druidic magic. Because this is a side of divine worship that you've never really fully experienced. Because you're strict divine. Like Palor is the god of agriculture, but like this is the whole new level of nature that you've never experienced, and you're just mesmerized. Dion, did you want to do a check to try to avoid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
If you want.
No, yeah, you're good.
You guys, sneaky bastards.
Oh yeah, no, you totally yeah.
Yep.
Yep, she's not gonna find you. Even
not
by
managing.
accident. Even
Wait,
by
was
accident.
this stealth?
Was that stealth?
Okay, it's the same. It's the same modifier.
Okay. What were you trying to do? What did you roll originally?
Huh? What?
What did you originally roll?
I'll DM you.
Okay. Oh, okay. You can do that check. Now, yeah.
Okay, it's the same modifier, so.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I was having you roll a stealth. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got a pretty good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally that scene. Okay.
God damn it, I'm curious. Fine, do that way. Have your secrets.
Oh yeah, because you don't have any.
Yeah, in a couple weeks, once we've gotten way further past this, you can go back and watch the episode and see. Okay, so Milo, so you're gonna continue. You had rolled what for your? Okay, yeah, no, you don't end up finding anything, Milo.
Okay.
With that, because 11 was your perception to like track something, right? Yeah. So you don't end up finding anything, but you have to stop partway through and light a torch, and now you're wandering around the forest with a torch.
Can I
No.
comment? If he walked in 1 mile, that's like 20 minutes of walking, not a full hour. Just saying.
Oh, well, it's true.
Unless he wandered.
It depends on how his pace too.
Right.
If he's like actively looking for like creatures, I would say he'd probably be going slow. So probably
like slow tracking.
Yeah. And it is a forest, so it's not like easy walking.
I heard some critters. Do I see any with my torch? Now, not like the one I'm looking for, just critters in general.
There's a couple critters. They would scurry away from the light, though.
I need a guide out of here. It's dark.
If only there was a ranger nearby.
Right. Fuck. She.
You can make a survival check to find your way back.
No, but I might have a thing just in general from my sheet. I don't know a lot about ranges.
Lol.
Favorite terrain. I don't know. I'm natural explorer. My proficiency is doubled. I make intelligence or wisdom. Oh shit! So I did not get an 11. I got.
Is your favorite terrain
14?
forest?
Oh, I don't know what it'd actually be instead of the 11, but it said double, so I guess it'd be a plus.
So
8?
it's whatever
so
it is
13
plus
then.
plus your proficiency bonus the second time. So yeah.
You add.
So if you're looking at your sheet, that should already be calculated. Oh no, never mind, because it's based on your location.
Natural explorer.
So you get +2 to whatever you rolled.
So
Okay, so
if it would have been 13, you still wouldn't have found what you're looking for.
Story of my life.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, it's down. Oh, that's my terrain. Route can't I can't become lost except by magical means. Okay, so I find my way out.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Ranger Outlanders get so much food.
Okay, and Zill, you are wandering aimlessly trying to find a place to stay or any of your companions or more shops.
Do I find at least a place that serves food?
Go ahead and make another investigation check.
8.
8. Okay. Okay. You probably would find a food place. It would have it's just probably like a little small inn that just has they would be offering probably some kind of stew.
But they're not also a tavern.
Oh, they're a tavern, not an inn. Sorry, it's a tavern, not an inn. Sorry.
Okay.
So they don't have they just supply food and drink, not rooms.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry. An inn would provide rooms. A tavern would provide. Sorry.
We're good. I got it. So I would stop in and I would order a small food and I would ask them if they know of any places for to be sleeping.
Okay. So anywhere to be sleeping? Okay.
Yeah, somewhere to go to sleep. Where would you send travelers if they were asking you where to go to sleep?
Okay. So they will do that in just a second. Dion, at this point, what do we want? What kind of, you're trying to get another one, and they don't want to give you another one. What are you going to do?
Are you... I'm not even...
Hold on, I have to stop laughing.
I'm not even going to touch that.
That's the problem. No, okay. I lean over the counter, and who am I speaking with? What do they look like?
It's
do you want to go
barkeep.
Into a private voice chat for this?
Nope.
Or?
Nope. Actually, I don't.
Okay.
There's a barkeep. There's a barkeep at the bar. He would be an elven man. Really muscular for an elven person, though.
Okay.
It's a little
he's
odd.
a buff elf. Got it.
Yeah, he's a burly elf. Long brown hair. Okay.
Okay. I reach for him and I try to grab him, but I'm just say that
you cut out
counter.
You cut out.
Oh no! Can you hear me?
We heard
Yeah, you're
you
back.
reach for
Okay.
him.
Yeah, I reach for him, and I'm guessing I just completely miss, and I kind of like slump forward counter, and I'm just like, "What's wrong? My money is no good."
Zill, make a perception.
Dion fucking Xenos, just give me another.
I gotta find my modifier. 21, natural 19. Turns out he's sitting directly next to me.
Yep. You're sitting at a table. Your back is to him, and then all of a sudden you hear Dion. You hear a thump on the counter, and then you hear him say that line with, "My money's not good here. I'm Dion fucking Xenos." And you turn around and you see Dion slumped over the bar.
Wow. Oh. I kind of stand up and I kind of just walk over and I quietly order a mug of water. And I'm like, all right, Dion, come on, I got you a drink. And I just kind of like bring him over to my table. And then I hand him the drink. After he's sitting at my table.
No, I don't drink.
You don't drink.
Nope.
You don't drink.
Nope.
Do you lie?
No.
She's trying really hard to look stern, but she is way too amused by this.
Okay, so by this time, Milo, you make it back to town.
Well, congratulations on not getting eaten to death.
I tried really hard, too.
You did. Yeah, if you hadn't figured out a light source, I was probably going to have you have an encounter.
That would have been fun in the dark.
Okay, so you make it back to town. Do you want to make a investigation check to find your buddies?
Let's just go to a tavern. I know they're in there.
I figure we've made it to a tavern by now.
Oh, well, you need to make an investigation check to find the tavern. Or the inn.
I'm just looking for a tavern. Alright, I don't know where they are. Alright, give me a second.
That's what the investigation's for, is to find them or a place to sleep. Which is where they most likely will be.
Alrighty.
Tion looks over his shoulder and frowns. What'd you put in my water?
Zill is laughing. She's trying real hard not to, but she's failing.
I think it made me sick.
Alright. How about you drink this fresh, clean water I got you?
Oh.
I hand him the mug.
Okay, thank you.
Got a 12.
12? Okay. After a little while, you end up locating the tavern where the two are currently
Drinking
at.
water.
Yes.
I have a weird question.
Yeah.
I know that, like, I know that in a lot of... Would I know if Healing Word would help him with his drunkenness?
I think you have to do Restoration to clear up the drunkenness.
I don't have third level spells yet.
Yeah.
Lesser Restoration's third? Wow.
Yeah, Lesser Rest is third. Trust me, I would have it if I could.
Because the healing wounds is curing wounds and like actual like physical ailments, but like getting rid of like effects that are inebriating you would be Restoration.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna make sure he's drinking some water, and I'm gonna make him eat some food, including but not limited to bread, because bread is very good at sobering you up, believe it or not.
Yep.
Maybe a coffee. I'm gonna get him some coffee and bread.
Ooh, do they have hot bean juice here?
Hot magical morning potion.
Yes.
Anyway, look at your picture. Yeah, so we're working on sobering him up.
Okay. So Milo, you come in and you see a very out of sorts Dion sitting across from Zill, who is looking really amused and
Mhm.
enjoying herself way too much.
Can't hold his alcohol. All right. Walk over
Hey, you
and
don't
over.
know. You don't
I
know.
mean, I've seen drunk people before. It's a little disheartening. I thought he was supposed
Love
to be like the thick one out of the three of us. Why is he getting drunk so easily? Oh well.
He's
I
not. He's not strong physically, particularly.
Are any of us?
I mean, he's stronger than the average person, but he's not like a big, super beefy boy.
I'll order something to drink. Why not?
I will continue sobering up my captain.
Oh, Captain.
Go into a bar, find my boss.
Call over to
Angry
Zill.
drunk. I wave over. I'm like, "Hello, Milo. Welcome
Hey.
to this wonderful tavern."
Bread helps. I just call over.
I just kind of hold up a plate that just has slices of bread and butter. And then I hand one to Dion. One of the slices.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of hilarious.
So you guys are gonna work on sobering him up, but
He just frowns at you if you say that out loud, Milo.
He did.
What did you say? I missed it.
you guys work on sobering him up. You guys all probably get a full meal, and then at some point, one of the bar maids will be like, he had a lot to drink. A night's rest is probably going to be the best cure for what he's got.
Oh yeah.
2 streets over, there is a nice little inn that will be able to accommodate you guys if you need a place to stay.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Nice.
How much do we owe you for the meal? And I glance over at Dion and his drinks.
He already paid his tab. He paid for the drinks as it went. We just cut him off.
Gotcha. I can only imagine why.
Tisk.
But just 5 silver will probably do for all the food.
Okay. I will do so. I will buy dinner.
Okay.
All right, and then we head over to the inn.
Okay.
And I'm kind of guiding Dion. He's walking on his own, except he's not. I assume.
With his constitution check that he rolled, he definitely is going to need help.
Yes.
And if we wrap up soon, or
Yeah, we're probably going to wrap up here in a little bit. This is probably a good place to wrap up, and then we can continue next week, as long as nothing comes up. So, there we go.
Session.
So, okay, so you guys make it to the inn. It'll be a gold for 3 rooms for the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you guys are all...
To be fair, Zill's probably just going to be, like, monitoring Dion for quite a while and making sure he doesn't, drown in his own puke or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basic take care of the drunk friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
First watch.
Yeah, she's taking first watch.
Dion's probably not taking a watch tonight.
No. We're in a tavern. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal.
Nope.
All right. I've spent so much money today, guys.
Yeah.
Ah.
I spent more than 50% of what I had.
Oh.
Sorry.
Boy. I started with something like 800. Now I have 200.
Yeah.
Oh, you still have triple digits.
I know, right?
I mean, I do too.
Congrats.
Where'd your money go? Oh, that's right. You had armor crafted.
He bought a dog. He crafted some armor.
Crafted some armor for the dog.
I left the dog at home.
Yeah, that fancy barding dog.
I don't want him to die.
I mean, that's fair.
Dog.
That's fair.
I like my dog.
Yeah, you guys are about to walk across a giant crevasse covered in spider webs, walking on spider webs.
Into a place that we're pretty sure has demons.
Into the Darklands, yeah. Yeah. Vampires, werewolves, and all other banner of not pleasant, nice things.
Alrighty.
So, okay. I think that was a very fun, successful session.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
That was fun.
I needed some development for Dion, and I was trying to think of what to do. I was like, this'll work.
Milo wandering out in the forest by himself.
He doesn't get alone time often, so when he does, he'll go into the woods in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Looking for an elusive unicorn rabbit. Only find in D&D or Avatar.
Yep. This cup is broken. Fix it.
my drink is broken. I need another.
Give up what the tankard of I can't say that word, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Sobriety?
Sobriety?
Yes.
Dion knows not of such a thing.
I don't know if any of us do. I know Ichthia certainly does.
Okay.